Good morning, everybody. So, we got most of the subfloor installed yesterday, and I'm really excited about that. It literally looks almost like a brand new bus. Like, if you just walk in here initially, it looks so good. And I mean, like, if you look long enough, you can kind of see some, but this just really makes me feel really good. It makes me feel so good that I literally don't even want to walk on it with my muddy shoes. So I'm excited to get started with the framing today. One thing that just occurred to me this morning is I need to think about security. This door is fine. I'm just going to add a latch to that I can lock from the inside, and then you just can't even open it. All of the mechanisms up top here were torn out by the previous owner. And I'm not sure that even if they were there that it would be a smart idea to use this door. So I just measured the door hole in the fiberglass. If you take a look here, you can see this is where the door starts. There's like a gasket and then the fiberglass. So theoretically, we should just unscrew all this. Falls right out. We know it's not going to be that easy. And then we're just going to install a wood frame in here and install a wooden door. And I was so paranoid and worried, like, this is going to be a weird size. It's not going to be a normal standard house door size because it's a bus, So I've been stressing about that, and I've been putting it off because I was just like, dude, I really don't want to have to think about doing a door. So I just looked it up today because I was like, okay, I have like a week. I need to start thinking about a door like today. Turns out it's a super common door size. It measures 30 by 80, and my local Home Depot has like 100 of these doors that will fit this exact bus. So, moral of the story is, I was stressed out for nothing. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start taking some measurements. I'm going to probably start with like the upper side here, because I think if I can see myself putting wood on here and I can see the frame coming together, I think it'll help propel me in the motivation aspect and make it look like things are going faster. I'm just looking ahead to when we get down to the floor. We're going to put 2x2s along the floor to secure the whole rest of the frame to it. And that is not only going to take longer, but it's below my eyesight, so I can't see it. So we're going to leave that for last since, I like seeing progress happen really fast. So it looks like, let me just show you guys here. So with this in the corner here, you see how the color is different here and here? This is, I think, solid fiberglass. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's just fiberglass. And then there's wood behind this part. So I think what we're going to do is try and secure everything to the wood as much as possible. So with that being said, let's set it and see what happens. Okay, we ran into a little bit of a problem here. So we are using 3.5-inch screws, which I thought would be fine. But we are getting penetration through the exterior wall here. So since the damage is already done, we'll go ahead and just leave that. But I am going to run out and I'm going to go get some probably 2.5-inch. Yeah, probably 2.5-inch screws. Okay, so it is the next day. I worked a little bit through the night. So yesterday we got a lot of the framing installed on both sides of the wall here. And today I want to focus on getting probably the front door done. I am going to load up and ship out to my parents' house here in a couple days. So I'm trying to get this into a position where I can stay in it for at least a couple days and it's semi-comfortable. Honestly, after living in a motorhome for so long and then living in my car for a couple weeks after I got hit by that tornado, like even this looks comfortable to me. I would happily put an air mattress down and just sleep in here. But, you know, it would be nice to have some more comfort and convenience. And once I get up to my parents' house, that's when all the fun is gonna start. That's when we're gonna install the mini split, the generator, the whole electrical system. I'm so excited. Like last night when I went to bed, I didn't feel like I got much done, but walking in here today, again, it feels like a whole new bus. It looks like a motorhome now. So I'm super pumped about this thing, and just a few days away until I can sell my motorhome and move up to my parents' house and get this thing fully decked out. Anyway, what I want to try and get done today is I'm gonna take this door out and then we're gonna go buy one at Home Depot. And while we're renting the truck, we're gonna go ahead and load up all the scrap metal that we have here and take it to Anderson Salvage in Greeley. And we're not gonna get a lot, but really all I care about is just getting it out of here, and we'll probably get like 20 bucks or something. You know, buy us some lunch. Okay, so first things first, I want to pop out these doors and see if we can get that out so that we can haul it off to the scrapyard with everything else. Just trying to optimize our efficiency as much as possible here. So I don't know how I didn't notice this before. I guess I didn't look at it with my flash, but there's an Allen key on this side. So that's how you take the door off, and you don't necessarily have to grind it off like I did. Okay, so we are at Home Depot and we've run into a little bit of a problem where the door size that I need is not available in exterior doors, only in interior doors. So I'm looking at the interior doors right now, seeing if I can figure out how I can make this work. Like if I could maybe paint over it with something. I'll have to think about it. I might have to go to a different store. So what I did here is I just put a 2x4 up in the frame there. I only have one screw in. And then I put another one on the other side here, drilled a hole straight through both of them, and then sank a screw in. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to sink a bunch of screws into these holes here so that it holds the back 2x4 in place firmly. And then we're going to do that same thing. We're just going to drill through and put at least 3 or 4 more screws into this one out here. This is a good time to tell you guys again that I am not a professional at any of this, so your results may vary. if you install your door how I install my door here and it flies off on the highway, I can't be held liable for that. And I'm just telling you straight up, I'm not a pro. I have no clue what I'm doing here, but I think I can reasonably get a door in here. Anyway, with that being said, I went out and got these self-tapping metal screws. We're gonna give it a shot and see if that'll hold up the door. Well, this looks lined up enough for now. Good enough for me. Wow. Okay, self-tapping metal screws for the win. And now, hopefully, it fully closes. But the only problem with it is this 2x4, if you can see, you can probably see it a little better on the camera, but there's no space here, which is good, what we want, and there's a lot of space up here. So I'm gonna go get the drill and I'm gonna sink a couple more screws in to try and bend that a little more straight. It's kind of the janky way of going about it, but you know, I'm just ready to get this door in. So I'm going to, I don't really want to reuse these staples, but I might use them as the temporary holding it in place. We're going to close this. I'm going to stick my finger through the doorknob hole here. And I'm just going to feel for when it feels like it's about level. Okay, so what I'm trying to do here is sandwich this in the door and then open the door and just hold it, which we're about to find out how well that works, I guess. Oh, it actually latches. I haven't even drilled the hole yet. So we'll go ahead and drill out that hole. But I think that'll do. Okay, so I think I'm gonna try and figure out how to put some weather stripping up top here so that we can at least have that. So it's old and crusty, but I think I'm gonna try and use the one that came out of the bus since I don't have anything else at the moment. So, stuff that up there. Well, we might have to revisit the weather stripping and just hope that there's no rain. Yeah, I'm not really sure what we could do. Well, it started raining, and the door is actually doing better without the weather stripping than I expected it to. So this is not as urgent as I expected it to be. I think this little lip right here is really helping that. But the door is in, and I will see you guys in the next video.